Hi, I'm Anna, and I recently had a cornea procedure performed by Dr. Patel. About 2012, I started experiencing severe dry eyes and some other symptoms, and my vision was worsening every year. I was having to get new glasses, and it was really starting to cause a lot of struggle and stress in my daily vision. And I consulted many physicians and trying to assess what was happening with my eyes. And I had developed a condition called Salzmann's disorder, where I had nodules that were growing on my cornea that were further impairing my vision. And many physicians referred me to Dr. Patel because my case was so complex, and he was so well known and an expert in the field of the complications that I was experiencing. With the damage to my corneas, I was struggling every day, and it got to the point where I could not read a text message without my glasses on, looking at a bottle or needing to read something at the grocery store, and even driving at night started becoming a major problem for me. And it was very concerning at my age. It's something that I expected to encounter maybe 30 years down the road. And so I became very fearful just seeing the changes in my vision that were happening so rapidly. And once I started seeing Dr. Patel, and he was so patient and thorough and steady in assessing my condition and making sure that we had the right care plan, he really walked me through the process and helped ease my fears and concerns, because honestly, I was terrified at the thought of having any procedure done on my eyes, especially with the damage that had already happened to my corneas. And so I was really grateful for Dr. Patel's empathy. He put all of my concerns at ease. And even during the day of the actual procedure, when I was more nervous and fearful than I had ever experienced in my life, he was such a calming presence, and his entire care team really went above and beyond to make sure that I knew what was happening, and they just helped alleviate a lot of those concerns leading up to that procedure. So, the few moments leading up to my surgery, I took a deep breath before the sedation activated, and I wondered if that was going to be the last that I would see out of my left eye, just not knowing how this procedure would go since my case was so complex. And just to give you an idea about that condition, an astigmatism on a moderate level is a 2 to 3. And so anything above a 3 is considered extreme. And the left eye that I was having surgery on was a 24. So I was going into the surgery with a lot of risk, and Dr. Patel was extraordinary. I was very well prepared for what I would experience after the surgery upon waking, and it did feel like I had gravel or rocks in my eyes. Uh, it was difficult to get used to having a shield over my eye. And then a couple days after icing and doing the drops, I was finally able to open my eye, which that was a huge victory. Dr. Patel tested my vision after he examined my eye after the 1 week post-op appointment. And he said, "Anna, I knew that you would see improvement and that you would have a good result, but I had no idea that it would be this good." And he told me that after 1 week after the surgery, I was at the same level of healing and repair as what he expected after 3 months of healing. And that's how expedited the recovery process was, and just the way that the surgery was performed and all of the care and instructions that I was given. And so I am just eternally grateful for such an empathetic, kind, patient physician who not only had the skill and the willingness to take on such a complicated case like mine was, but he was able to do such a thorough job that I am now seeing at 20/20 vision in my left eye. And so that kind of result is truly miraculous. And I literally am so thankful every day for my vision and my eyesight. And I'm so thankful to the entire staff led by Dr. Patel, who gave me restored vision.